Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you a TV season review. Yes, you heard me right. I know I haven't done one of these in the longest of time. I think the last one I did was the Transformers Netflix series, and then before that it was Picard season 1, right? So anyways, I'm here to bring you another amazing. I'm glad I finally had the chance to see season 1. What the hell am I talking? I'm talking about The Boys, season 1, Amazon Prime. Bunch of superheroes that are actually villains or scumbags that are doing supposedly good, but they're corrupt to the core. But anyways, before I get into all the details of why, I honestly cannot, you can tell by my face, I enjoyed it. It's 8 episodes of madness, excitement, entertainment, you name it, the works. What a damn good job. But anyways, before I get into that, like always, guys, I'll do my best. I'll give you guys a cast. I'm not gonna do no non-spoiler because pretty much you guys know about it. I'm gonna put the spoiler alert on top of the screen so you guys will know that I'm gonna be ruining it. There's no point in me giving you non-spoilers. If I can do it, I'll do it, and then I'll get into a spoiler portion. But for the most part, I don't think I will be able to. But I'm highly impressed. I'm really surprised. I can't wait to jump into season 2. But let's get the cast of all these characters, okay? Because wow, came out last year. Let's just say that on nothing. Okay, cast: Karl Urban. He plays Billy Butcher. You got Jack Quaid, who's the main kind of guy. He plays Huey Campbell. You have Antony Starr as Homelander, the premier Superman-looking douchebag. Erin Moriarty, she plays Annie January, who's Starlight. She is the actual kindest one from all of them on there, and you could say legit. Pretty cool. You got Dominique McElligott. She plays Queen Maeve. She's kind of like the Wonder Woman character, if you want to say that. Then you have Jesse T. Usher. He plays A Train. He is like the Black Flash, let's just say that version of him, but cooler, okay? You got Alonso, he plays Mother's Milk. Don't gas me how he got his name. His mother actually called him that. He's very good friends with Karl Urban's character, Mr. Butcher. Then you got Chase Crawford, almost unrecognizable, but you could tell by his little dimples there. He plays the Deep. He's a Aquaman knockoff and grade A douchebag that kind of gets his own. Let's just say that. You got Tomar Capon. He plays Frenchie, hilarious, another henchman of the Butcher. You have Karen Fukuhara. She plays Kamiko. She's the Asian girl that discover that A Train kind of goes to. I'll leave it at that. She has superpowers. You have Nathan Mitchell. He plays Black Noir. We haven't still seen his face, but he's under that suit. He looks like damn Snake Eyes if I had to describe him to you. Then you got people like Colby Minifie. She's like the assistant to the superheroes, like the covers things up, and it's all PR with her. She, is pretty much there the whole entire season. Then she gets bugged her off. Then you got, this was a surprise she was here, but glad that she was, Elisabeth Shue. She plays Madeline Stillwell. She's kind of in charge of the whole operation. She is the big person at the top of this Voight organization that's in control of the superheroes to make them look good. It's all about business to her. And she has a little baby, and I'll tell you guys more about that. Then you got Shantel VanSanten. She plays Becca Butcher, the Butcher's wife that goes missing, and then I'll explain later. And you got Aya Cash. She plays Stormfront, which I don't remember her too much at the beginning, but she's there. Then you got Nika Elliott. She's the female anchor on the news there, okay? Then you got Laila Robbins. She plays Grace Mallory, the person who the Butcher is employed by to kind of go after people. Then you got Jordana Lajoie Sherry. She's kind of like the girlfriend to Frenchie at the beginning, and then she kind of helps him and then kind of disappears. Then you got Nicola Correa. She plays Ellen, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then Jennifer Esposito. She plays Susan Rayner. She's like the CIA big person, I guess, that she's in charge. And Cusack plays Donna January, Starlight's mother. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's series was directed and written by Stefan Schwartz, Philip Sergresia, and many others. Writing credits: Garth Ennis, you name it, the works. My God, when I first heard of this, my eyes rolled. I'm going to be the first one to admit to you guys that, oh God, here we go, another superhero spoof. It's going to be totally shit. Wasn't impressed with some of the other stuff. This is what I like to call the really R-rated Justice League. That's not Justice League, a bunch of superheroes version, if you want to say that. Dark Justice League. You know, I'm not really a super duper, oh my God, I know everything about the DC universe, but they are based on characters that are very similar, and they tweak them and they kind of make fun of them and all that crap. It's kind of cheesy, but then it's not cheesy because these guys are a bunch of SOBs that are posing to be superhero. All they're into it is the fame and glory. It's all about money. They work for a person. What do you call it? Elisabeth Shue's character, that she's control of this big PR machine to make money. She's trying to get government contracts. She's wheeling, dealing. They blackmail people. Whatever you can think they do, and they cover up shit. So anyways, the way we get introduced, that I got introduced to, which is very unique. You've seen this young girl, Starlight, Anna. She's on a farm. She's punching holes and stuff, and she has recently been trying to get recruited by the Super 7, the big superheroes of all the superheroes. Apparently, the whole planet's full of them. You know, we find out later that there's a reason behind that, but I'll get to that a little bit later because I'm not going to go through every single detail, guys. Because honest to God truth, the King has over 11 pages of notes, but I'm not going to bore you guys because if you guys haven't seen it yourselves, you can still go it, but I'll give you the highlights that I kind of remember as I'm going through. Episode 1, Season 1, you start off with her punching her way, and she ends up getting recruited. Then she slowly finds out the true secrets of this S7 club, and she has a very nasty, dirty, scummy first interaction with one of her kind of like idols, this Aquaman guy played by Chase. There, can't remember his last name now. Crawford. And he makes her do some serious, like say, nasty sexual act on him, and from then on, that kind of like sets the tone for her, and not, you know, like not wanting to be a part of this. There's like religious elements of her past that kind of come into it, that she slowly kind of sees the dots connected with these superheroes that are not really superheroes. They're posing to be superheroes, but they're really scumbag villains. You know, there's this priest guy called Ezekiel that's like his limbs and stuff stretch, and he's found in a club where all these nasty idiots are there, and, you know, at nighttime just to kind of unwind, which, trust me, scoundrels, scumbags, right? Nasty. Okay, so that's what she kind of get from her little perspective. She goes in there, it's not what it's meant out to be. She's trying to put a brave face. She's meeting up with all these other characters, trying to figure out the ropes. Meanwhile, we got this poor guy, what's his name? Huey. I think Simon Pegg was his father. I'm not too sure on that, but you can let me know, guys, in the comment section. But plays his father, hard on times. He's working at some sort of like, kind of like a broken down Radio Shack is the best thing I can tell. He's kind of like an electronics specialist there. He's kind of like, you know, trying to make ends meet, trying to change his life. He has this girlfriend, Robin, that he kind of like has a thing for. They have a little thing going on, and you know, they end up going on the damn street, and literally, it slaps you in the face. He's actually holding her arms, and they're making plans, and then you see this A-Train clown freak run into her, and she literally, I swear to God, disintegrates in front of everybody's face. You see the blood and guts of her just kind of slowly in slow-mo splue all over, and he's holding her hands, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Wow. That got me hooked, like right there. And I'm like, is it going to be this kind of show? But anyways, he says, oh, I can't stop. We find out later he's on some sort of drug there, something velocity drug, Constant V or some shit like that. That's somehow connected to the superheroes and their powers and all this shit. So it's kind of like a steroid shit that he's been using for who knows what the hell reason. He ends up getting with some girl there, and he ends up killing her later on. He gives her, she's kind of like another superhero person with kind of like claws out of her wrist and stuff like that. And he finds out the truth later that she kind of sold him out to the boys, uh, led by my good friend Mr. Cuban himself. Oh God, man, Karl. Sorry, can't even pronounce his name, guys. But sells him out to them, and he ends up finding out. He ends up killing her. He gives her. She was an ex-heroin addict, and he ends up killing her because he found out the truth, and he blames little Huey. But anyways, so they wanted to cover things up, so they wanted to give him like 45,000 to keep his mouth shut, Huey. And Huey goes, "No, I'm not doing it." So then he ends up meeting Karl Urban's character. They get together. They end up taking down this invisible man guy there, translucent or some shit, another creepy little pervert. Good fight scenes. I'm telling you, the fight scenes here, they didn't spare any money on budgets on special effects and stuff, guys. It's pretty damn good. A lot of swearing, sex, nudity, coarse language, drug use. Not for kids. Don't let your kids watch it. But holy crap, it's done so well. They don't do it just to do it. It's to progress the storyline, guys. So anyways, he ends up working with him. They end up killing him down the road. They capture him. They think they killed him. They go to this. That's when they meet up with Frenchie and his other little associates there. And they kind of work together to try and figure out how are they going to bring these bunch of superheroes down, especially Homelander. Homelander's that Superman guy, which is a real douchebag, guys. I'm telling you, some of the crap that guy does and poses as, I'm all high and mighty kind of crap. Wow, you want to punch his face out. And you know what? Hopefully, eventually, maybe in season 2, he gets his due. But anyways, leave it at that. So they work together. They end up killing. They find a way to kill this thing that you can't, when he's invisible, you can't kill him, right? So they put a stick of dynamite up his arse. Boom, blow him up. They cover it up. And slowly, then Starlight kind of befriends Huey on a park bench. They develop a little thing there going on, like he doesn't know who she is, or the other way around, or what their goals and plans are. She's kind of like venting of what the hell she experienced. The superhero gig is not what it's supposed to be. They later find out about each other's thing there, and then the secret later on. She feels used, he feels like neglected kind of thing, but they kind of turn things around, and the truth all comes around, and then you got the Elisabeth Shue character kind of like punishes the Deep for doing what he did to Starlight, because Starlight was rebelling and causing shit and a rift with all of them there. So she gets sent out because of his stupidity. He ends up shaving his head later. He has like a mental breakdown, midlife crisis thing. He got a little taste of his own medicine with this other girl that was kind of like all over him and kind of poking at his gills and shit. Trust me, nasty shit, but crazy crap. You find out a little bit of everybody's. You got Homelander, who used to date Queen Mova, the Wonder Woman girl, and they kind of broke up. The reason why they broke up is because maybe she had another relationship with a girl, a lesbian relationship, and that kind of, she's embarrassed in the public that she can't show off her, so they kind of had their own little rift and separated. You find out that Karl Urban's character has a thing in for Homelander, because Homelander is the one who's responsible for his wife's death or disappearance that we thought, so you're like, what the hell? What's this have to do? I think we find out that Homelander slept with his wife, and then after that, she disappeared. We didn't know what the hell happened with her. You're like kind of wondering, what are you talking about? So she disappeared. He's on a hell-bent mission to take him down. He's working with the CIA with Jennifer Esposito's character and, trying to get down with this whole constant V crap. They track it down. They think it belongs to this Asian chick they're trying to get. Nope. They find out that the superhero place, I can't even remember the damn name of it now, but they are the ones who are producing this medicine. They're shipping it through hospitals, mixing it up and injecting little babies and creating these superheroes that are popping up across the world and eventually supervillains, because we find out that later on Homelander reveals that he created one of the super terrorists because that will help them elevate their game in business to go and infiltrate the military. So he caused the problem, these supervillains. You're going to need us superheroes to keep them in business, right? So you find that out later on when the interrogation. A lot of touchy-feely sections there. You find out, some of the members of the boys have families. The connection with the father and son between Hugh and his father finally stood up. Karl Urban's character, wow, what multi layers to that character. It's incredible. You have Homelander, who had a thing for Madeline. That's Elizabeth Shue's character. She has a baby. You're wondering, why does she have a baby? Like, whatever. You're wondering, like, what's going on, right? But he has a thing for her, like a crazy fed. Like, it's just creepy, nasty. Let's just say that. It's just a grown-up man have a thing. And, like, look, I'm getting goosebumps from it. That's how nasty it is. But then you find out Karl Urban gets more information. He meets up with this girl who kind of, like, lady who sent him on his way. That kind of left that. How could you get to this Superman-like guy, this Homelander guy? Got hit him with the heart somewhere that matters. And this Madeline chick is the one he apparently cares so much about. So he ends up going. Before that even goes down, guys, there's a portion that Homelander's trying to investigate. He's trying to find out team members and why people are disappearing. He kind of confronts Starlight that she's with Huey, and they're conspiring against them to kind of like get rid of the rest of the members. And she's like one of the kindest, sweetest people on the face of the earth, more than anybody. So kind of like, that was kind of, whoa, what the hell's going on here? So the team's kind of not trusting her, A-Train and shit. And there's a little confrontation between A-Train and her down the road when she goes to save Huey from pretty much biting the big one. He runs towards her, like cool special effects, slow-mos, light shit blowing up and stuff. And as he goes to go close to Huey and kind of grab him, he has a heart attack. So I guess the drugs that he's been using to keep himself going and being the fastest man alive, because he was still taking them majorly because he didn't want to lose that title, because if he lost the title, he's out of the group, right? Even Starlight, she had a nice, nice outfit and whatever, and they made her dress sexy, and if she doesn't do this and that, she didn't want to conform, guys. Pardon me, I'm speaking so fast. But crazy little things like that, layers upon layers. Like, it was major character building, but it ends up somewhere where it's meaningful, right? And it, boy, was it meaningful. And then you find out Homelander goes to visit the scientist that, I guess, raised them, and he basically experimented on them. And there was like a blanket that they were staging propaganda that you got to go with the superheroes. And I lived this kind of life, and Homelander didn't know his parents and shit, but they had him going to a fake house, acted all up, and there was a blanket that was left of his on the damn bed. And that sets him off. And that's when you find out he goes to visit his professor that he was found with a blanket in there growing up. So they kind of like created the super being that he was. So fast forward how many years? They're at a party. You have some flashbacks. You find out that Karl Urban's character, the Butcher's wife, and Homelander had a little an affair. Let's just say that he kind of raped her or something like that. She gets pregnant. This is the big shocker of it all. This is shocker number one. She gets pregnant. She gives birth, and apparently she dies. And Mr. Butcher doesn't know all this detail. He knows. He kind of finds this out. So she dies on the table giving birth, and then the baby dies apparently seconds later, right? And that was the whole cover-up that Madeline ends up explaining, because she gets confronted by Homelander about this whole situation. Why'd you lie to me? Blah, blah, blah. But that's not with a lie. You could tell she's hiding a little bit more than what she wants to tell him. It's not until, this is the shocker, and this is like pretty much the finale of this review, guys, because I left out a little bit details here and there because there's just so much to remember. The Butcher decides to go to Madeline's house, hold her hostage, attaches a bomb to her, and have Homelander show up and kind of do what he needs to do. So they're kind of like bickering, and he's saying, oh yeah, we did it 3 times to the Butcher, and all this crap. And the Butcher goes, listen, all I gotta do is pull the trigger. And meanwhile, he's holding this baby right in his arms with Madeline tied up in the chair, and he goes, please, just take him upstairs, He wouldn't do it. I swear to God, this is the shocker number 2. He ends up talking to her. He says, listen, you lied to me. I thought we weren't supposed to have any secrets between the two of us. Blah, 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 blah. He tells her that, no, this was the case. What do you call it? You lied to me about him, the wife, and whatever the crap details were. And she's like, no, I did it to protect you. And he goes, tell me the truth. He goes, I'm scared of you. And he goes, Thank you for being honest. And I swear to God, his eyes light up, boom, right into her eyes and fries her brains out, killing her. And of course, the butcher has no other choice. He has no leverage on him. He pulls the damn trigger and blows him up. And then a few seconds later, he wakes up on some lawn with sprinklers going on, with Homelander over him. And then he looks up, and as he's turning around, who's coming down the steps? This little boy. And I'm like, and he has blonde hair. And I'm like, are you joking? So, the gist of the story, the finale of the final episode of the season, which was phenomenal. I love the way they did it because I don't know where they're going to go from this point forward. You see Homelander telling the kid that, hi, I'm your dad. And the butcher's wife runs right behind him, alive, shocked on her face. Karl Urban, the butcher, is shocked. And you're like, we're a family. And I'm like, are you serious? Criminal superhero is the father of his wife's kid, and his wife's still alive. So everybody's alive. Everybody is shocked the hell. I'm telling you. Oh my God. And that's where it ends up. That's the end of the season. Wow. That was what a way to end season 1. They did it with a bang. I personally liked it. You can tell by my face, guys. I highly recommend you guys checking 8 episodes. It's going to be about 8 hours of your lives to check this out. The season finale is about an hour and maybe 6 minutes. The other ones are about 50 minutes or so. But once you get past the first episode, you start to get into it. It's the first one that you're kind of like, it's going to make or break for you guys, but I think you guys stick that out, and then you start watching 2, and then 3 gets 4, and then it flows right in. I don't think there's any slow episode that's kind of like a filler episode at all. It's 8 episodes of glory. You got actors in it, well-known actors. You got Seth, I want to say, not Seth Green. I think Seth Green. Seth Rogen, sorry. He's in it. He has a little cameo and stuff like that, but holy crap, it's phenomenal. It's filmed in Toronto, so if you grew up where I grew up, Roy Thompson Hall is the headquarters for this company where all the superheroes are. Different subway stations you can recognize, city streets, downtown, Eaton Center. I can go on and on. I was excited to see. I knew it was filmed here. I just kind of forgot about it, right? But I'm so glad that Dr. Movies, Mr. Movies himself said, King, check it out, and then check out season 2. So that's what I'm going to do. Once I get off of here, eventually you'll see a season 2 review. I think it's another 8 episodes. So hopefully it'll live up to this one, and then I can give you an honest opinion which one I like better. But I highly recommend you guys checking it out. Go check it out for yourself. It's on Amazon Prime if you can get your hands on it. All the actors brought it. I can't wait to see where this goes in the future. Looks good. It's going to be amazing. I know it is. So there you go, guys. That is my TV season review, spoiler filled, of The Boys season 1 on Prime Amazon Video or Amazon Prime Videos, whatever you want to call it. Go see it yourself. Like, share, and subscribe. Go in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts on season 1. Don't ruin anything on season 2 because I will beat you up and I will delete it 100%. Stay off the King's Throne. Go check out The Boys season 1, and I'll see you here with another TV season review, hopefully in the weeks to come, days, who knows, depends on how busy I am. Until then, be the hell good.